Hi, everybody. That's right. It's me back again, your nightmare manic pixie dream girl.
Yay!
She's back again. I know, to the delight of absolutely no one, Isabella Von Ghoul has returned. You thought you could kill me. You thought fire, a stake through the heart, exposing me to daylight, and yet none of it works. I returned like glitter on the bottom of your foot. How'd that get there? You vacuumed like 7 times. I returned. Anyway, I'm back again with my friends in gaming. That's right. Do not adjust your TV dial. We're coming in the super melanated version of Gen Con TableTakes today. We took over. That's right. We saw the census report and we saw that it's time for Our Time Is Now. We've got Noir, Javion, and Bonsai the Baby back again. Hi, guys. How are you guys doing?
Hi.
I'm alive.
Yay!
We got Noir.
Yay! Noir,
It's
how
me.
you been, baby?
I'm alive. Nobody staked me or set me on fire, so it's not as impressive as a feat as it was for you.
Yeah.
But I'm doing good. You know, living my best life.
That's great. Javion, darling, how are you? I hear that you've played a new game.
New. It's been around for a while.
New to you.
And I'm kind of just now jumping into it for the first time. Finding it actually fun for the first time. Magic the Gathering. I'm a junkie now. I've converted. I played my first game of Commander last night, and I loved it. We played for hours. It was great.
I feel so sad for your wallet.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Ugh. Oh man, and I work at 2 game stores, so I get a discount on
Oh,
So it's just like there's no excuse.
The never escape. Never escape.
Yeah. Also, I took a COVID test last week and it was negative, and I am COVID free, so I don't have it. Yay!
Yay.
no cover yet?
No
We
COVID.
love that. We love that. We need that. We want that.
Yeah.
Are you coming here? Are you coming to the West Coast for
Ooh.
PAX?
Me?
Yeah.
I live at the convention center where PAX is going to be held.
Oh, that's right. You do live here. Never mind.
I basically am PAX.
You're going to PAX. That's cool. If you're a
Yes.
fan of
So
J-Gun and you're going to PAX, you get to be in the same area, get an autograph.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Fangirl.
Give me my first Gen Con in person. I just got my badge, my 4-day badge, and Noir, you're wearing the Gen Con merch shirt that we got.
Gang.
'Cause me and Noir are gonna be doing some recaps and start
Wait.
talking about some stuff at Gen Con.
How did you guys get shirts? I didn't get a shirt.
Aren't you?
I didn't get a shirt either.
I think it's because
you
we're
didn't get a shirt.
well. I didn't get mine yet, so
Noir is special. Noir is the only one.
Noir get a
They're the
shirt.
only ones that are special.
Look,
We're
I'm not. I'm pretty sure this show does not have the necessary rating for me to tell you what I had to do to get this shirt. I'm just kidding.
Let's not. I'm so afraid of management. Please, let's move on. That's awesome, J-Man. I'm so glad that you're COVID free, and I'm so glad that you are getting into games and that you're planning on being in person at some cons, and so people will be able to see you and bask in your glory in real life.
they're not gonna be able to get rid of me.
Bonsai the Baby, I heard that you saw a film this past week. A film I also saw this week as well.
Yeah, I saw the Suicide Squad, because apparently the is very important versus the other one. Like, I will say it was the dumb, funny Suicide Squad movie I wanted in the first movie.
Yes.
So it's, it's not like,
Yes.
oh my God, film breaking, the best film I ever seen. But it's fun if you want something dumb, funny, and action and stuff. And also, hey, guess what? Guess what day it is? Do you guys know?
What day is it?
It's Friday the 13th. I hope
my
you guys are all ready.
See, nobody told me we were doing weapons. Hold on, this is ridiculous.
Oh, well, okay, hold on. Okay, I'm glad this is a web show that we're
Oh
doing.
my
We're not in the
goodness.
studios right now.
Wait, you don't have at least a bat or a machete in your house?
I have a bat. It's a tiny bat. It's a small
What
bat.
about an axe gun?
Oh my god!
Oh, that's cooler than really long
Jason
knives.
never had an axe gun. Also, put away your weapons before we get pulled from Twitch. Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
What
Head
weapons?
off the rails. All right. All of those weapons were fake. Those were fake
were
weapons
Yes.
inside of our
Props.
minds. They were props weapons. Yes, I saw Suicide Squad. I liked it so much more than the first one. It made so much more sense. It was laugh out loud funny in a lot of places, and James Gunn, very good. So yeah, you can watch it online on HBO. You don't have to go into theaters to watch it. Highly recommend for some good, silly fun. I'm so happy to be back. And speaking of fun that the kids are into these days, good media that you guys like, I'm hearing some Avatar Legends RPG news.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Hi, I'm Javion. I talk about stuff like board games and Avatar. So if you didn't catch last week's stream, we talked about Avatar, The Last Airbender RPG, and how it's breaking records. Now it made like $3 million from Kickstarter. Well, now it's up to 4.5 million, and now it's breaking even more records. And guess what, y'all? It's still got 3 weeks left. Like, it's not done. It's not like, oh wow, we broke the record. Time to pack it in. 3 weeks still, and it's already like one of the highest grossing Kickstarters of all, or at least in the tabletop realm. So I'm very, very happy that Avatar Legends is going to be coming out really soon. If you really want to try it out or take a look at it, you can actually go on their website right now and download for free the quick start rules, and you could play it right now if you wanted to. Just get your group together, say, hey everybody, I know we play D&D every week, but this week we're taking a break of playing Avatar. Here's a bunch of pre-made characters, and I hope you play powered by the Apocalypse before, because that's what the engine uses, and you just start playing. It's really cool. And we were talking about last week the difference between this RPG and other ones. Rather than just being a generic rehashing of a property into a new property, right? Onto a new platform, it's actually taking the time to show a new setting, not just Avatar and the Four Nations. It's talking about like a new kind of theming. So you know how in D&D and fantasy games, you typically will play through, loot the dungeon, slay the monster, get the loot, repeat. It's very individual focused. It's very like I wouldn't say selfish, but it's all about the players being the heroes and doing things that will make them more powerful, or saving the world and getting notoriety and things like that. That's the general theme that I've seen through DMing and playing in most RPGs around fantasy, right? Well, in this RPG specifically, they have much more of a focus on community, on generational problems, and the setting, the problems that you get are all based on community, and it's all based on things like how best to help the nation that you're in, how it's impacted by the technological advancements of that era, because you have different eras that you can choose from. You're trying to come up with creative solutions to help the different tribes that you come across. And it's all about communicating with them and finding out what their community needs in the moment, how to best to help them with your specific powers. Like, rather than trying to figure out how am I going to be a hero and get the best loot and power-ups and like magic weapons and stuff like that. There's all that stuff in there, but you actually get to change your mindset a little bit when you're playing this kind of RPG. So I'm excited to show this to my group, because I know a lot of my players have a hard time like role playing through like fantasy stuff where it's all focused on the things I was talking about. But this provides a lot of stuff for the players to get started with, and it provides a lot of the role playing for you. Yeah. In that it gives you playbooks, so you don't have to actually come up with character concepts all on your own, but it still offers all of that customizability that we're looking for.
Yeah.
It's a really, really pleasant looking RPG game.
And this is cool because I feel like one is that this is kind of what fans expect. And like, I am not a fan of Avatar. I've never watched it. I know, but I know. So, but from what I've heard, the fans of it, there's a world, and they're kind of expecting the world to be brought into real life, and not just sort of like, hey kids, remember that Nickelodeon show that you love so much? Here's a game, but give us some money. Like there is an expansion of the world and the tone that show also set as well. This is great news because it comes out at the same time that the Avatar: The Last Airbender TV show,
the live action TV show,
announced its casting as well. And the casting also looks very accurate to the world and to the tone of the show as well, which was a show that, from what I've gleaned from the fandom, was all about showing diverse cultures and showing different kinds of characters that haven't been mainstream characters since The Legend of Darkwater. Do you guys remember that, or is that another old lady reference?
No,
I've never heard
it
of
never
that.
got finished though. Never got finished.
That's true. So yeah.
I'm very excited for Avatar Legends. I think they've done a fantastic job of creating this system in broad strokes so that fanatics of the series can have just as much enjoyment of it as people that don't understand it. They give you the option of playing through Kyoshi's era, Roku's era, the 100-Year War, Aang, and then Korra. And there's a pretty unique mechanic that, to Javion's point, really does help with teaching people how to roleplay, in the sense that there are 4 universal stats that everybody has, and then there are 2 unique stats that are in direct opposition to each other, and that's to kind of represents the theme of balance in the system. So whereas if you were to play the Hammer playbook, you would be torn between being more forceful versus more careful. And so it really does give you that dichotomy of how are you going to play your character during this session. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can't confirm whether or not alignments are part of it, but I don't
There
feel
are no
like there
alignments.
aren't. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Is like doing away with the chart that everybody's familiar with, like good and evil, and all these like black and white terms. Like getting more personal about internal conflicts.
Yeah,
So much easier to roleplay that way.
Exactly, and the thing is, it kind of shows that there is no static expression of your personality, in the sense that there are moves that NPCs and fellow PCs can do to attempt to shift your balance. It's kind of like in those episodes of Avatar where, a character that we know as being responsible and stoic gets pushed to be more reckless and expressive. For example, if your balance gets pushed too far, you suffer this similar effects of what ended up happening to Azula at the end of the first story.
Spoiler alert. I haven't seen the show.
Well, non-spoiler alert, they handle like a representation of what somebody might go through. Don't know, but mental breakdowns also very represented in this thing. So like neurodiverse things as well. Just saying, that's not a spoiler. That's just, hey, there's representation.
There's so much to love about this RPG. Please check it out. It's still got 3 weeks left. You want to
do it.
Kickstarter it. Or just try out the quick start rules and see if you like it.
And then I think Critical Misses in chat just said it broke 5.3 million right
It's
now.
at 5.3.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
Dump more money
one
into the big pile.
One last thing, if you want to try the system out and you don't have a group to run it with, or you want somebody to run it, Magpie does have a CPP program where they could have a professional GM run you through the system.
Oh.
And I'm one of those GMs.
Hey, nice slide through this.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Link.
Sign me up.
Well, speaking of sliding right through, Noir, why don't you slide us right through this Dragon Prince game?
So, if you like role-playing games based off a children's story, I've got good news for you. Tales of Xadia has just come out with just given a sneak peek into their character creation. process. And if you're unfamiliar with what Tales of Xadia is, it is a role-playing game based in the world of the Dragon Prince, another very popular cartoon on Netflix right now. So far, from what we can see, there's going to be three major components to character creation, and that's choosing your heritage, vocation, and quirk. Heritage is choosing whether you're going to be human or elf. A vocation is exactly what it sounds like, choosing what job you have. And quirk is what makes your character different than, let's say, another human sorcerer. From there, you go on to assign dice to 6 stats to build your character. The 6 stats, from what we can see, leaked in this sneak peek that they put out, are agility, influence, spirit, strength, intellect, and awareness. You're going to put a dice that best represents what you believe your character can do. So, for example, if you want to be a stronger character than a smarter character, you'd be putting a D12 in your strength and like a D4 in your intelligence, and it just goes on from there. It seems very similar to the Kids on Blank system. There are some playthroughs available right now on the Tales of Xadia YouTube and Twitch channels that are being run by fandom, so you can see the system in action. There hasn't been too terribly much released about the system, but I, for one, am a fan of the property. I am a fan of the Kids on Bike systems, and this seems to share a similarity with that. So I think this is going to be another pretty fun one for us all to jump into.
Nice. Nice. And then what am I seeing? That you can also find the playtest online.
The playtest the playtest can be found on their YouTube and Twitch. It's to watch, and there isn't a quick start guide like there is for Avatar just yet. But I know the Tales of Xadia team are working extremely hard on getting that ready for us. And also, just a quick note, they're coming out with a digital support system, very much in the same vein of like a D&D Beyond, for this system as well. So if you are a fan of having your character sheet online and accessible and something that does the math for you, that tool set is going to be released with the system once it is ready.
That's the best part of role-playing games, is doing the math.
Nah.
I guess I'm just the only nerd here. Okay.
when I can finally do a big spell that has like a bunch of D6, it's like I'm excited, but also I'm like, man,
Add all of these.
Well, I think this is a really cool sort of thing. The Dragon Prince it feels like has a huge fandom, just like Avatar as well. I also have never watched that as well, but all
right, what's going on?
I heard it's good. I heard that people really like it. Unbreakable is going to be releasing their new Revolution set August 17th. If you're not familiar with Unbreakable, they are a publisher that's serving as a platform for Asian American creators, Asian creators overall, Asian representation in the tabletop space, which is super dope. We've done a lot of things where it's like, spotlighting different kind of publishers that focus on Black creators, that focus on Native creators. It's cool to see something that just focuses on Asian creators as well. They're having their new set come out next week. Yep, it is the 13th next week, and they've got an anthology series that features 7 adventures showcasing the versatility of Asian stories. This sounds really, really cool. I would highly suggest checking them out. Unbreakable Revolution, which you can check out on August 17th on Drive-Thru RPG. They've released 4 of the kind of sneak peeks into what the adventures are going to be like. One of them is Make of Thee an Instrument of Peace, which brings you to a 19th century Spanish colonial Philippines hunting supernatural threats. Your target, a demon-possessed governor general. Ooh, love that. The other one is called Bad Luck Fortune, brings you to Chinatown in the 1970s San Francisco in the wake of a growing gang war, and a sinister dark force is behind recent disappearances. I love that. I would have loved that as a movie series starring Bruce Lee. That would have been great. Days of Powder, Plunder, and Plot lets you embrace the pirate's life, albeit in a Vietnamese-inspired setting, combating against colonial forces with a heist to steal a warship. And the last one, which I love, the name of it, Big Rat, Don't Eat My Millet. This features a subterranean world dominated by a king rat and their oppressive regime. Do you seek to overthrow the tyrant or escape to the surface? Don't eat my millet, Big Rat. I don't know why that made me laugh.
Cute.
Am I gonna be the only one that asks what a millet is?
I don't know what it is either. I'm on your side.
Okay.
It's a grain. It's like a barley or.
Oh, okay. Because I was sure sitting here like that sounds like a delicious sandwich, and I also would not.
A millet sandwich, just dry grains.
Fiber.
Tasty.
So yeah, please check this out. Also, keep up with what Unbreakable is doing and their latest artists and creators and writers and everything like that. If you're looking for more diverse voices in your RPGs, they're right there for you, people. We're making this simple for you. All right.
Yes.
So moving on. I'm hearing about something else that's going to be made simple for some people as well. Javion, do you have some Games Workshop news about making life easier for some folks?
Yeah. So Games Workshop, famous for the Warhammer franchise, has had a lot of issues in the past with pre-orders and people complaining about their pre-order experiences. Well, they have made a promise to try to improve them in the future. So while pre-orders usually are selling out in only a few hours, a lot of people not being able to get to pre-order things because they're not jumping onto it as quick. Well, Warhammer Games Workshop is trying their best to try to open it up. And, they actually put down a quote on their community page as follows: "Running out of stock sucks. We know we've let you down in the past, so we're going to do something about it right now. This weekend, Games Workshop is making a promise to everyone who orders Kill Team Octarius during the pre-order weekend. We guarantee we'll get a copy." Simple. So that sounds pretty nice. They are making sure that everybody who pre-orders will get theirs, although it's still going to be on a first-come, first-served basis when it comes to shipping. So while if you get in early, you'll have an advantage, you might have to wait some months to actually get your Warhammer products. And I think a lot of people right now are used to having shipments of things being delayed because a lot of things are just taking priority over our board gaming and our miniatures gaming. So we just have to be a little bit patient right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've talked a lot in the past year about shipping delays, and it feels like it's kind of like becoming a normal sort of a thing. I like this because I hate having to wake up at the booty crack of dawn to try to get my pre-orders in, and then refreshing a bunch of pages and then not getting my pre-order, and then everybody going on Twitter and being like, "Oh my God, did you get your pre-order? I got my pre-order and I didn't get my pre-order." Okay, because I don't like to wake up early in the morning. All right, and I don't have bots. Okay, and it stresses me out and I hate it. So I think that this is like more of a fair system. Like some of us have jobs and lives and children and like things like that, and like can't wait up all night to get their pre-orders in. So I think this is a really fair kind of a system. Like they have a window of time in which you can pre-order your stuff. The time you can get there early and get your stuff shipped to you first, or even if you wait for a little bit, you kind of get your stuff later, and it's kind of everybody gets it. And I feel like that will stop, one, the bum rush that happens, two, the bots, and then three, maybe it'll curb the resellers. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think resellers are gonna find a way. If we can find a way, then the resellers can too, unfortunately. I think it comes down a lot to the player base themselves in the trading market. Being able to you go to your local game store and pick something up instead of having to order online. It's just going to be a lot of waiting until things get better, you know.
Yeah.
So just a lot of patience right now, unfortunately. But hey, there are plenty of other opportunities out there for people who are gaming, and things are starting to open up every day. So, you know, go and crash Games Workshop's website servers and get into the pre-order early.
Crash the system, burn it all down.
Kudos to them for listening to their fans too. You know, like that's great that they're actually trying to do something to help people. Speaking of doing something to help people, my transitions are on point today.
I'm telling you,
like
you don't miss.
Good. I'm just saying, she is flowing. Woo!
Oh my God, just
Skills.
take a shot and splash.
I know. Speaking of trying to help people, Noir, I hear that you have some news about another D&D live stream to help some really good charities.
Absolutely. So the D&D live stream is going to be raising money for Mermaids, a charity supporting trans and non-binary youth. Part of the Digipride 2021, an online event hosted by Gaming Magazine that features live streams, podcasts, panels.
Say how it's spelled. Gaming.
Gay. Ming.
Gaming. Gaming Magazine. Yes. Okay.
All right. From the top. Part of Digipride 2021, an online event hosted by Gay Ming Magazine that features lives. That sounded too aggressive. I'm sorry.
So aggressive.
Gay Ming. I'm sorry. All right. Let's try. I got this. All right. Number one in the booth. One take. Part of Digipride 2021, an online event hosted by Gaming Magazine that features live streams, podcasts, panels, and digital drag shows in support of the LGBTQ community, and will be sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. It's going to be run by Luyanda Onati Lewis Yawo, she, her, who is an actress and host on 3 Black Halflings. Yeah. Joining her will be a cast of 5 other players, including Shaba, an online creator and doctoral researcher on social media and how it affects mental health, doctoral researcher and transgender creator Jamie Dodger, he, him, Rowan Ellis, she, her, a YouTube creator who makes videos on LGBTQ issues, history, and pop culture, writer and co-curator of Black and Gay back in the day, Jason Okundaye, and Charity Case, a drag performer who specializes in subverting the social standards of beauty. The graphic art for the event being created by Freddie Lanka, director of the London Queer Youth Art Collective. Mermaids is a charity based within the UK which works to help transgender, non-binary, and gender-diverse youth find secure local and online communities. Launching in 1995, Mermaids seeks to educate and inform society on the importance of gender identity and to advocate for greater acceptance of and rights for trans, non-binary, and gender-diverse people. The Playing D&D for Mermaids live stream will be airing on August 19th at 7 p.m. British Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, simultaneously on both YouTube and Twitch, with the audience able to donate to a Tiltify page throughout the event. So please, please, please go ahead and check that out. Give it all the support because this is a good and worthy cause. And right now, we could use that light a little bit more than ever. So go ahead and you get to say like, yo, I supported Mermaids. You don't have to explain to nobody. That just sounds dope.
All the mermaids.
No, this is great. I really like this. There's a lot of anti-trans rhetoric that's popped up in the UK recently. So this is a really great way of sort of combating that. And if you haven't checked out Charity Case online, check out their Instagram Instagram, their drag is insane. Their drag is like out of this world. So I highly recommend checking them out.
Oh, I messed up her name so hard. I'm so sorry.
You got it.
But also throw some support to 3 Black Halflings. They're always doing incredible work, and I'm so proud to see them leading something like this. This is beautiful.
I'm also proud of you that you got BST. Good for you on that one.
You would be amazed by, like, I don't live in Central Time anymore because nobody cares about us. Like, it's all about Pacific Time or BST. So that's where
you could be living Mountain Time. Nobody really cares about Mountain Time.
Mountain Time. Yeah.
My partner's in Mountain Time, so I'll be just shut up.
No, you're living in Mountain Time right now. You're valid, and you're loved. But
Critical Miss is about to light me up in chat if I don't.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. That's Thursday. You said the 19th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's August 19th. So yeah, definitely check that out. Give them some love, and just brag to your friends that, like, I threw a couple $100 to some mermaids. What you do? Nothing.
Speaking of doing something, I'm
Oh, dang it.
That's on me. I didn't give you a good assist.
Onto this conversation then for you, Isabella.
Okay.
So, hey. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. Yeah. So, hey, hold on. Let me do. I am now Emma, and we're going to talk about magic news. No, but
wow.
Yeah, if you guys last week we talked about a little bit, or the last either last week or last 2 weeks ago, we talked about Jumpstart Historic Horizons coming to Magic the Gathering Elite Arena. This is the first time Magic is actually putting Arena first before their hard physical copies that they'll be selling in stores. So the thing that has happened is that Wizards of the Coast has decided to push back in order to finish developing the game properly. So this is the digital property, not the physical, because I think at this point, everybody is very accepting and understanding that physicals are just going to take a longer time because shipping costs, shipping delays. Hey, COVID's still a thing, just in case anybody wanted to know. And so, yeah, they announced that the delay in August 9th, that basically, hey, we're going to have to push back on this just so we can deliver a good product versus delivering a half-done product on time and it, like, basically getting a mountain of errors and complaints. At least personally for me, I think that this is a step in the right direction for people to be more understanding, especially of digital properties, digital things that have been released, video games and such, because even if they are made online, everything that is pandemic is going to affect a lot of industries in our communities. And it's just, no, it's good. But yeah, no, it's something to think about. And I support letting these developers, these coders, like, able to admit, like, hey, this product isn't ready. We don't want to give you something that is buggy as all heck. And, you know, you're just kind of like, well, complain, rage, you know, as the internet does. What do y'all think?
I think this is great. I mean, I'm really against crunch culture when it comes to games release. We've seen over the past few years the kind of cost of crunch culture, that it leads to a lot of burnout, that it leads to a lot of mental stress and a lot of mental anguish for a lot of people. And I think there's no shame in a company saying, we're not ready. The release is going to be postponed. I don't see anything sort of, I understand that there's always going to be fans who are going to lose their minds at any sort of postponement, but, like, they're going to buy it regardless. Like, they can rage all they want to, but they're still going to buy it. So, like, I don't understand, like, to me, you're not losing anything. You're not losing face by being like, our product's not ready. We want to release the best product for you, so we're going to prolong it. That to me, honestly, makes me like and respect the company more versus the company being like, we're releasing this thing, even though we know it doesn't play. It's not very good. Everybody is stressed out. People are crying in the bathroom, and we're releasing it when we want to. Looking right at you, Cyberpunk 20.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, it's a complete myth that crunch makes a good product. We have enough history now to know that if it gets to the point where you're going through crunch when you launch the game, it's going to be buggy and unpleasant to play. So just take the time necessary. Don't overwork your people and come out with a good game, because the alternative is you rush the game. You made your employees suffer, and then like you said, Isabella, you come out with Cyberpunk and it sucks anyway. So like, just how about not?
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's just the best of the alternative, which is to just crank it out, send it out, and be like, hey, we got it out on time. You happy?
Right. Yeah. And players don't want that. I mean, like, they may rage about it online, but they don't actually want that. So I think that this is a really great thing. And I hope that this becomes like the norm of just them telling people straight up, like, it's not ready. We're just going to postpone it. It's only 2 weeks. Like, come on. Watch Suicide Squad, touch some grass.
Just really quickly about Suicide Squad. Did y'all know King Shark was Sylvester Stallone?
Yes, I did. Yes.
What?
It was
no.
perfect.
Wait, was
perfect.
it really?
Yes.
So good.
You didn't recognize his voice? I mean, he really did a Vin Diesel on this one, but
I didn't I didn't.
That's the face I was looking for. That's the face that I like whenever I tell people that's what I want. Thank you.
Hand. He's my favorite. I love him. Him and
Great.
Sebastian the Rat. The whole entire time I was like, if anything happens to Sebastian the Rat, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No spoilers. So Hand is actually that's in the trailer. So just so you know, we're not spoiling anything for you guys.
We're not. Just go see it. Go see it. Gosh darn.
Or were you just looking up IMDb of the Suicide Squad?
No, like I wanted to mention that before, but we were going real fast, and I was just like, if it gets brought up again, I know at least one person here doesn't know it's Sylvester Stallone, and I want that face.
Love it. I know the whole time we're talking about this, you're just like, is now? No.
Is it now? I'm like, I'm doing that double Dutch thing where it's just like, now.
I'm glad that you got that in. I'm really happy.
I've been holding that in this whole time. All right, we're good.
Great. Speaking of things that you might not know that are being released that are really great, I'm
really messing up your transition.
Well, as soon as I said I was doing a good job, here you come. Bonsai, I hear that there's some indie groundbreaking gaming news.
Hey, yeah, and as we roll around, as the year goes, we're rolling through all of the various different awards to give all of those loves to all the various different creators. This one, especially indie groundbreakers, this is for independent games, independent authors, or just like pushing out like games and not anybody would necessarily hear about, but they want to go ahead and be represented and recognized for this. And these are just the nominees, by the way. They haven't announced who the winners are, but this is something that maybe, hey, this is going to be something I should keep my eyes up on, like various different settings, various different tabletop RPGs and such, and games. So if you're interested, I'm just going to go ahead and go through some of like the most innovated, and then we'll do the game of the year. So there's a lot of really great games. I'll go ahead and I'll post it in chat so you guys can look at all the various different games that we have here. Give me a second. Gonna just post this because I can. One of them that I think in terms of the most innovations that really spoke out to me is Beak, Feather, and Bones. It's a collaborative world building game. The words are hard today. That uses like a standard deck of cards and then help you slowly add life back to cities. Another one is This Discord Has a Ghost. in it, which is basically you play it on Discord. Some people get muted at times. Some people don't have a voice and they just type. And it's supposed to put you in this mindset that your Discord is actually possessed by ghosts. And it's a very,
I don't like spooky stuff, but that sounds so cool to me. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of games that have been like starting as, per the pandemic, new games have started to come out that require you to either use like Discord or other chatting functions to like kind of really get you in that immersive spirit. Some of the other ones I'll just run through very quick. Best art, we got Moonpunk, No Stone Unturned, and Space Goblins, which I'm going to be talking more about later. Shuriken. There's just a lot of games. I could go through. I realized that I could go through all of these, but it's kind of just me spouting names, but I will go ahead and go through the game of the years that they have nominated, because some of them I feel are spicy and nice, and some people, not saying who, might like these kind of games. So the first one is Crescendo. Oh God, this is Crescendo. Ritornello. Sorry, it's 12 self-contained LARP scenarios that are going. Honey and Hot Wax is an anthology of erotic art games, including everything from talking about sex to LARPs that feature sex hacks. Cranda is an RPG, Crandon is an RPG. This one I'm excited for. Rooted in modern Filipino folklore. If you're ever watched or read the comic book Trece, or watch the recent Netflix show, this is something that will, like, at least for me, being half Filipino, is like, yes, give me all the lore. Our main and then also our mundane supernatural life is a 2-player slice of life micro RPG where you literally are just playing like ghosts and supernatural beings trying to deal with everyday things. So like, you're a ghost, you gotta go shopping. Like, how do you do that in like the world of today? I don't know why ghosts would go shopping, but that's
spicy.
And then of course, Javion, what's this last one? You could go ahead and tell him.
It's Space Goblins.
Yes.
I love goblins. Like, I genuinely love goblins. I think it's such a crime. The goblins are always like painted as like these really ugly minions, and they just like have no like minds of their own. They're just foragers. No, in Space Goblins, you actually play a comedy RPG about piloting a ship of junk, not just carrying junk, but it's literally made from actual junk to Junktopia, which is the Goblin Utopia. Everybody knows that. I've actually played through it. I love it. I played a goblin called Ziggs, a cleric of Zerangel, who has like this poem that he reads off because he loves Zerangel so much, but he also is terrible at riding animals, wants to kill a dog someday because dogs are like dragons to goblins, and is also a social media influencer. So I love I love playing Ziggs, and I love Space Goblins, and I'm really hoping Space Goblins wins.
Love it. I love that. This has been really great, but we have some official Gen Con news. Okay.
Do we do a DJ horde? I could do a DJ horde if we need it.
Yeah, not a Jamaican horde. Do you have like a news thing? Official breaking news?
Close enough.
That's a little too. I think this is actually really good news that Gen Con is doing. So that might be a little bit too, I don't know, downward inclined for the mood. You will all be happy to note that Gen Con is updating its mask policy for Gen Con Indie. Yay! Gen Con is making all face masks mandatory for everyone, vaccinated or otherwise. They may end up asking people to show their vaccination cards in the future, but from the survey that they put out, 90%, around 90% of all the people who are attending say that they're already vaccinated or planning to get vaccinated soon. And all of the Gen Con staff is vaccinated. 100% of the staff in Gen Con is vaccinated. How about that? That's not an easy thing to do. I mean, like the vaccines are all out there everywhere, but all of the staff, like every single person, that's amazing. So I'm very, very, very proud, and I'm happy and even more excited to be going to my first Gen Con. Now that I know that I'm going to be much safer.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, were you going to do a transition? I'm sorry.
I mean, what were you going to say? I want to hear what you're going to say.
I think she's getting ready to come in with the transition.
Oh, really? Were you going to do
it? She wants to make sure that you were done with your reporting yet.
Okay.
Flag on the play.
I was going to say, speaking of Gen Con, Noir, you and I are going to be at Gen Con together, and we're going to be doing what now?
We go essentially this, but for the morning and the evening. So we're going to tell you about what you can expect for the day coming up ahead at Gen Con, and then at night we'll basically review everything that happened. We'll let you know about any major developments. If somebody decided to drop a secret special project or something like that, we'll be able to keep you informed, so you can just keep it here, and we will keep you in the know all throughout Gen Con, or until they realize that they invited me in and throw me out.
I don't think that. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
This is great. If you're going to Gen Con, yes, please think of your other fellow Gen Conians, or as we like to call them here, the fellow genitals, and be safe. The Delta variant is out there, y'all. She is hungry, she is thirsty, and she is looking for supple, nubile young men. Also wanted to bring up Gen Con's hotel registration. Lambda is also out there, and they are looking for a menage a trois. So we're... Listen. All right. So hotel registration also ends August 30th. So you have a couple more weeks in order to get your hotels as well. Please check that out and stay tuned onto Gen Con's Twitter page for recent updates about what's going on, about things that you can expect. Gen Con is, staying alert with what's going on in the world with vaccination rates and with infection rates and things like that. So things might change, but please stay tuned to the Twitter page where things will be updated as soon as we know what's going to happen. Just, do what's right, get your vaccinations, have your cards, laminate those suckers. They don't fit in a wallet, so you're going to have to buy a pouch, I guess, for them. And also, stay alert out there, y'all. Bring a mask. So we are transitioning over. We have just gotten some new news that we've been taken over in a hostile takeover from corporate. Corporate says there's some news that corporate says that we have actually been taken over by a new boss, and this boss is coming straight from Central Time and has some bundles.
Oh my God, they were in the house the whole time.
Yeah,
that's a lot more appropriate.
Yeah, there we go. We found it.
That's right. I'm the boss. I'm the bundle boss.
Bundle boss, please tell us your bundles.
But the boss is about to tell you what's up.
So
aggressive today.
That's right. All right. So, do you like fantasy games? Yeah, you do. Well, the bundle boss got a bundle for you. I don't know what I'm doing with this bit, but I'm committed to it.
You got it.
If you go to Humble Bundle right now, there's a 13th Age bundle that has everything you need to start playing 13th Age, and you can get all of it right now for $25. That's right. You can get the core rule book, the character bundle from 13th Age, a couple of maps, a whole lot of maps, and some expansions. All for $25. The 13th Age is an amazing system. I've played it over with my friends at Chromatic Chimera here on Twitch for their show Woven Realm. It is fantastic. It's a wonderful alternative to Dungeons and Dragons. It maxes out at level 10, but each level makes you feel extraordinarily powerful. So get it, because that's what the bundle boss told you to do. There's also another, I'm so sorry for this. There's also one other bundle that I want you to check out. And this is the Jackbox bundle. Oh, that alliteration felt good. Jackbox bundle. Anyway, you can get Jackbox Party 5 through 1 right now for $20 for the PC. So check it out. Vince McMahon is shit. That's right. I'm cutting a promo right now. So if you want a fun, casual game to play at a party, go get the Jackbox bundle because the bundle boss told you.
I love that. This is all charity too. So it's just like that. We're like, donate now.
Donate for charity. If you don't like this charity, then don't forget about the mermaids. Go support the mermaids. Woo!
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Wow.
I'm the donator.
A Ric Flair. I'm
Bundle boss
let
donator.
I'm gonna let Noah come down from that that steep climb that he was on just now. With some Kickstarters, I have decided that the Bundle Boss was inept for us, and I have disposed of him with my army, and I have taken over as the queen of Kickstarters. That's right. The hostile elevation. Goodbye, Bundle Boss.
I'll be back.
He yells from off screen. So I've got a bunch for you guys this week, since I'm trying to make up for lost time. One is we have Wickerpunk RPG by Crow Landing Publishing. This one ends Thursday, August 19th. So you've got a little bit to check this out. If you are a fan like me of the Witch movie or The Green Knight, which is a great movie that just came out with Dev Patel, who is a total snack. This movie is a combination of traditional fantasy adventure settings that you see from like D&D, but then also folk horror as well. This one is really cool. It's their first book. It's a supplemental book for Dungeons & Dragons, the 5th edition, and it's also applicable for all fantasy and horror games such as Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, and even superhero games like Champions. It's 275 pages long. Inside of it, you have the full kind of setup about different kinds of lore. Yeah, Javion, you can if you want to. That would help. Thanks.
It's supposed to be a secret. I'm posting a link.
Laura, a sneak behind the camera, behind the curtain. It's got different characters, different kind of magical settings, everything that you would need in order to set up this game for you and your friends. Or if you're like me who has no friends, you can play it by yourself. The next thing that I have is In the Footsteps of the Mad Wizard for Forbidden Psalm expansion. I got it. This one also ends next week, Wednesday, August 18th. Forbidden Psalm. I don't know why that P is like tripping me up. It's a 22mm miniature agnostic game. This one is suitable for miniatures that you already own. You can also build minis for this game. It has solo play and co-op rules included, and all of it is compatible with my favorite game to say in the world, Morkbork. So this book is an expansion of their previous game, In the Footsteps of the Mad Wizards. This one is an expansion of called Forbidden Psalms. If that was confusing, I'm sorry. This book adds new weapons, new spells, new equipment, new feats, new flaws. It has 15 new scenarios. It has pets on pets on pets. Okay, it's got weapons, it's got relics, it's got treasures, it got 10 plus new monsters. Okay, and it's got random intensifiers, and it's got a bunch of new stuff. So if you're into some of that Morkbork, you want to play as Mad Wizards, it's got weird heavy metal, black metal influences, and I love that kind of stuff. Also, if you know me, you know that I'm a total slut for tarot cards. I've got a new Untamed tarot card. That was just for Javion. I've got a new tarot card. This one was created by Ivy Feng, who's a tarot card creator from China. She has a lot of really beautiful cards. This one reminds me a lot of Cardcaptor Sakura. If you are also an anime fan of a certain age, you remember this. Actually, no, they came out with the latest season of Cardcaptor Sakura. Anyway, the cards are beautiful. They're embossed in gold foil. They have this really beautiful Eastern Asian influence to them. They look gorgeous. There's 8 different kinds of decks There's Arum, Rose, Mirage, Argent, Noir, Illusion, Ice, and Earth. So check those out as well. That one ends Tuesday, September 21st, so you've got some time for that. And this one is not technically a game, okay? But since I am the queen, I am allowed to bend my own rules as I am the supreme monarch of all of this, okay? This one is a horror anthology called Death in the Mouth. This one I love because of the fact that it's, don't be weird, Noir. Don't be a weirdo. This one is a horror anthology made only by people of color. If you get a chance to check out their Kickstarter video, it's really cool because it has this really awesome throat singing that's in the induction video, which I love. If you're not familiar with Indigenous throat singing, it's some of the most beautiful, amazing sounds that a human being is able to create, and it creates this really awesome mood. So this is a horror anthology showcasing BIPOC creators and other ethnically marginalized writers and artists from all over the world. It features 20 prose stories from the distant past, the far future, real, fictional worlds, all exploring new and unique manifestations of horror. I really love this because so many different cultures, we're so used to Western ideas of horror, but so many other ethnic cultures, ethnic groups from all over the world have so many different varied ideas of horror that we just really need to expand ourselves. If you know C. Pam Jiang, who wrote How Much of These Hills is Gold, Darcy Little Badger, who wrote Alatsa, Jewel Gomez, who wrote the Gilda stories, Anne Awomoyela, Karen Lawachi, who wrote Roar Child, which is really good, Jera Wasala, who wrote Mother/Jaw, Kaming Jiang, who wrote Bestiary, Alisola Kim, who wrote Mothers, Lock Up Your Daughters Because They Are Terrifying, which is a really good one as well. This one also features 20 original stories and also 20 original illustrations that go with each story. It's 250 pages. Please check it out if you're looking to expand your palette. Get it? Mouth, palette. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I actually just learned what black horror is like a few days ago. My stomach did a backflip because I have seen 12 Years a Slave, and I don't need any more black horror in my life.
Well, Jamie, it's too bad because now I'm in your life, and
oh my gosh.
And to defend myself really quickly, I was laughing because I'm like, that is a great way to say somebody breast ache.
Death in the Mouth, is that?
Moving on. Death in the Mouth ends Wednesday, September 1st. Please check it out. Davian, do you have another one for us?
Yes, I have another Kickstarter, and it's cute as heck. And you better go look at it right now, because I swear, if you don't already know about Flamecraft, I'm serious about my cute dragons. Flamecraft, cute dragons, magical artisans. Okay, so you are going to play as magical dragons who are commissioned by art enthusiasts and magical shops in the area for your special expertise in Flamecraft. You play as dragons, you move them around on the different shops and boards and put new shops out, collect cool gems and magical resources. Sorry, I got something in my throat. I'm sorry.
I was looking at Noir.
I'm so excited.
Noir didn't say anything.
I'm not gonna dare laugh because I will be accused of being weird. I'm keeping all my weird inside. Where it belongs.
Okay, I think I'm okay. Play as the dragons, put the dragons out, rearrange the dragons, and do lots of nice things for the village. You get to help people in the village with all of their shops. You can like cook stuff in the cooking shop, or you can mold clay, or you can like make like vases and things like that for people. It's so pretty. It's so cute. Go look at it. Follow the link in chat. Go for the deluxe bits because you get the metal coins, you get the custom minis, and my favorite, game trays, box organizers, because I love organizers for my board games. It's got 19 days left, so you got plenty of time to check it out. It ends in September 2nd.
All right. With our last Kickstarter, I bring you Earthborn Rangers with 4 days left, ending Tuesday, August 17th. So, hey, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the world's on fire. How about yours?
That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored.
But yeah, this is a sustainably produced, customizable, cooperative card game set in the wilderness, in the far future, about 1 to 4 players. It says it's a card game, but it acts more like a narrative RPG kind of game where you just use the cards as prompts to what is happening. So this is a campaign that's supposed to be like a positive look on we actually got to terraforming things. We fixed the planet, but fixing the planet cost a bit of a cost to humanity. But that's okay because, you know, everything needs to balance. You play as rangers sworn to protect your community and its environment in the far future. Let's see. But unlike, what's it called? Unlike most card games, this isn't really about winning. Earthborn Rangers isn't really about winning or losing. It's about building, like, basically continuous narrative RPG. And the closest thing you come to losing is like basically you take narrative consequences for future games. So it kind of acts remotely like a legacy kind of game. The artwork is just super pretty and super beautiful, and it's a beautiful, like, the creator himself was saying that he wanted to take a more positive approach and more positive outlook to the land and the earth healing itself. But yes, there was like a cost to humanity, but in doing so, we are able to fix the earth as it is and find this like harmony and balance with nature. So the core principle of the game is about sustainability. So an added bonus to this is that they're committing to producing the game in eco-friendly ways, using sustainable resources, materials, and recycled materials as well. So if this, just like this kind of thing speaks to you and you just want to play a game where you're just a bunch of eco rangers, maybe like, you know, and you have a captain ranger, you could be represented in different colors, I guess, you know, go and save the world.
Are they power eco rangers?
Do you morph?
Power. Do you maybe morph the land? I don't know. Just throwing it out as the idea. But yes, Earthborn Rangers with 4 days left, ending Tuesday, August 17th.
All right, you guys, I have the terrible job of delivering the news that our good time has come to an end. I hope that it was worth it for y'all. I don't know why that came off very aggressive.
Everybody's so aggressive.
Yeah,
I know, right?
All this
I mean, how are we going to end the Kickstarter section without talking about the really small, low budget Avatar Legends? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody knows about it, right? We should inform the people.
I gotta go. It's too hot for me to think. My brain is turning to mush. Thank you so much to my co-host Noir, Jayon, Banzai, the baby, for joining us again for another week. It's been so good to see you guys back here again. Thank you for joining us. Also, thank you to Other Perkins who helps us in the background. All right, so you can watch more stuff. Okay, we're not like we're going away because we have lives and stuff like that. We have things that we need to do, but Gen Con's not going away. Gen Con is still going to be here. You can stay tuned for our streaming schedule. Monday, I shouldn't have read that out loud because that was something for me inside my head. Monday, we're going to be every Monday. You're going to watch 6 p.m. Board Games with the Brothers Merv. Wednesday, 10 a.m. You can watch This Game Gets Dicey. Friday, 2 p.m. You know what time it is. It's time for us, TableTakes. And if you don't watch us on Twitch, we know, and we will come and we will find you.
Just be disappointed.
We're so disappointed in you. We're gonna look at you like, oh man, that's oh God.
Thought you my day one, but okay.
Remember, follow or subscribe us and stick around. We'll be going to raid our good friend Critical Bard. He doesn't know that I exist, but I still consider him to be a good friend of mine. Stay tuned. Get your vaccinations. Delta, she's out here. Lambda, she is out here. Wash your damn hands. Cover your damn face. Be nice to each other. Hug No, don't hug anybody. But just be
Elbow
good to
bumps?
each other. Elbow bump each other. Register for Gen Con hotels if you don't
Do
already.
it.
And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.